It's been a while since I've brought one of these videos. We're going to go ahead and battle, break them down, point out the goods and the bads. For those of you that are new to this channel, I do have a playlist on my channel called Detailed Breakdowns. Definitely feel free to check it out. Let's go ahead and jump into the video. Another tip to adaptability to your opponent is going to be anticipating their next move. I knew I was going to Mega Knight the Rascals. He had a bomber here, so my assumption was either Valkyrie at the river or a Goblin barrel. So I knew I had zap on that and nothing was going to cross and tank. Now I just got to play patient. That's all I have to do. Not play anything else. I don't want to play balloon at all. All right? Because that would have been an overcommitment and I wouldn't have been able to defend this push. Here is the deck we will be using. Phoenix is still really, really strong even after the emergency nerf. We're going to run some ranked battles. I just started pushing the other day, so still pretty low. Like I said, we're going to be breaking the battles down after. Let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, let's see what our starting rotation is. All right, pretty defensive actually. If my opponent doesn't make a move right away, I might go Phoenix. All right, actually I'm gonna go Prince since my opponent went Mini P.E.K.K.A. I wanna make sure I have at least one air counter in case he has like Balloon or something like that. All right, so we should be able to take out that Mini P.E.K.K.A. Awesome, he did get 2 hits off. Let's go in with, let's go Phoenix now actually. We're gonna go ahead and tap on that Valkyrie. And we're going to let my opponent answer this. You don't want to be too aggressive. All right, that's going to be a little bit annoying. The Firecracker could be definitely annoying. So I'm going to go in with a Musketeer here. Goes in with the Electro Wizard. I go in with a Lumberjack. Let's keep the Electro Wizard off tower. Again, like I said, the Firecracker is going to be annoying, especially if you block for it. Okay, so he goes in with the Fireball and he misses the Fireball. As in, he misses the Musketeer. All right, so we're going to go here. We're going to take care of that Mini P.E.K.K.A. Mini P.E.K.K.A. does not get a shot off. That was pretty aggressive with the Fireball, especially with the fact that he missed it. I got to let this go, though. I don't want to overcommit. He's going to be able to counter it. Yep. Now, he does have a Valkyrie on the map, most likely if that Mega Knight goes down. So we just got to play it nice and safe here. I feel like my opponent still has not shown all of his cards, specifically that win condition. So we're going to go in with the Prince once again. And I think I'm going to go Phoenix High. Don't want to show Balloon yet. We're going to hopefully be able to take out that E-Wizard. That's perfect. We might be able to get a poke. Boom. All right, perfect. So he has to go in with the Firecracker. And that Firecracker will not go opposite lane, which is unfortunate. So what I'm going to do here is drop the Musketeer down now. We're going to go ahead and get a Lumberjack here. And we should be able to clean that up. That's perfect. Now I go in with the Balloon. And we should be able to get some work done here, I'm assuming, right? So you got to wait for your opportunity. Okay, I'm not worried about the Mini P.E.K.K.A. And he has to Fireball, but he Fireballs into the Arena Tower. That is not what you want to do. Let's go ahead and get a Mega Knight down. I don't want to go far in the back either. And then he might try to push opposite lane. He's going to have his Valkyrie back in cycle. I think I want to mirror the Phoenix this time. All right, he used his Fireball. So he's a few cards away from it. He goes Valkyrie. Now I go Prince, and I just get very aggressive. Because I thought he would go Mini P.E.K.K.A. He has to, actually, right? So we're going to take care of the Mini P.E.K.K.A. We're going to go ahead and go in with this. We take care of the E-Wizard, and we're making him use so much Elixir on defense that we're definitely going to go ahead and take that tower. That is perfect. Now all we need to do is just defend. He has no choice but to get desperate. We go ahead and go in with this. I don't even know. Okay, there it is. I'm like, took you forever to play the Balloon. All right? You want to be patient, but not that patient. Have a nice day. Take care. GG's. Peace out. All right, let's go ahead and jump back in, and then as noted, we will go ahead and break the battles down. All right, not a bad starting rotation. I might cycle Zap, but it's pretty defensive. So I will go in with the Musketeer, and then he goes in with that. I could have opted, okay, so this is going to be perfect, right? Because he's just so aggressive. He basically just dropped so much Elixir. I'm going to go ahead and go in. Actually, I'm not going to go in with anything at the moment. All right, my opponent just spent everything. With an opponent like this, learn your opponent. You just want to allow them to play so aggressive, and based on the fact that they play so aggressive, you should be able to hopefully capitalize at some point, because that's their play style, right? So you want to be able to adapt to their play style. So he goes in with that there. So what I want to be able to do with this, we're going to get a Prince to the tower. Let's go, because he's too aggressive, right? So now what I do have to do is I have to Mega Knight this, okay? Now even if he pressures this side, which he might, with the Goblin Barrel, all right, I'm going to go ahead and zap it. He's too early with it, okay? Because the bomber's not tanking or anything, we should be able to get a Mega Knight to the tower. Learn your opponent. This is going to be a great battle to break down. And now I know I am up Elixir because he had to play that Valkyrie. Now the key to this is he does have a Valkyrie on the map. So I don't want to play anything opposite lane. I need to be able to defend, all right? So what we want to do here is get this down. and then we're going to go ahead and get this down, right? Take care of the furnace. And he has a lumberjack he's going to have to contend with. Now I just got to play patient. That's all I have to do. Not play anything else. I don't want to play balloon at all right? Because that would have been an overcommitment, and I wouldn't have been able to defend this push. Now, what I need to do with this is go in with... Oh, my goodness. Guys. Okay, this might actually work for him, though. I got to go back here with this because he just cloned, all right? So he's going to get a lot of work done. All right, a lot, actually. Man, okay, so I was not anticipating a clone. But we will be able to get him with the balloon, I'm pretty certain, as long as we can get past his furnace. We're going to have to be able to get past his furnace, okay? So this is what we got to do. We got to go in with this right here. He's probably going to go in with... Oh, no, he's not. Okay, so here's what we do. He goes opposite lane. So we're going to go ahead and go in with the balloon now. And then I'm going to go in with the musketeer over here because I'm going to have a goal of actually getting the other side. And let's go ahead and just jump over the river. I knew we would take that. He's got to go Valkyrie. The prince is going to hold it down. And then we go ahead and we still have stuff on the map here, okay? Now we're going to go in with this. And then we will go in with a Phoenix. He's going to take the tower. So we go here. Look how much we are up on tower advantage, right? So I'm not worried about it. So we go Mega Knight here. We just protect. Goes in with that there. He's probably going to clone maybe. Let's go Musketeer here. Do you have a prince on the map? He can't clone, actually. There's no way. All right, well, he did. He's still cloned. Okay, so Mega Knight's still on the map there, right? The Phoenix is going to get a shot off. And he's got to go in with that there. Okay, so what we're going to do is just let the... Actually, I'm going to go Prince right here. And we probably are still going to... I'm just zapping. Boom. Let's go. Because the death damage is going to take it. Now, my opponent tried to get me with... I'm just going to go ahead and give this right here. My opponent tried to get me with the surprise of clone. So, well played. He basically took the tower, but too aggressive. You've got to play more patient, more strategy. Have a nice day. Take care. GG's. Peace out. My number one tip is play patient. As you can see here, I have a Phoenix on the map. It's about to go down, but I don't support it. Look at my elixir count. I am full, and my opponent is a little bit above half, and he has a Firecracker and an E-Wizard. He has to try to shut down that Phoenix. All I'm doing is saving my elixir for whatever kind of a counter push he has so I can defend and then counter push. Once again, patience. I have the rage effect of the Lumberjack. I have pretty much a full health Musketeer, but what I don't do is go in with the balloon. That was a big no-no. I would have overcommitted in my opinion. Maybe I got some damage or whatever, but he drops the mini P.E.K.K.A. and I would have had trouble probably defending against that mini P.E.K.K.A. because I used 5 elixir in the balloon. So again, patience is key. Stop me if you've heard this word, patience. All right, number one tip in my opinion, same counter push. We have a Lumberjack, going to have the rage effect for basically a full health Musketeer. I do not go in with the balloon once again because I'm still feeling out my opponent and going to base my strategy on when and when not to go in for a successful push. Do not waste elixir. My opponent opted to go in with the mini P.E.K.K.A. on my Musketeer, which then I started a Prince, I believe, back here. Of course, we have a counter push, and I have the Phoenix on the map. Is the only reason why I went in, knowing he had Baby Dragon in Cycle and Fireball as well. I wasn't sure about the Firecracker. I think my opponent opts to go Firecracker over here, but I know I'm going to get at least a poke. And at this point, again, I still want to play patient. Now, patience is out the window because I have the right time to go in. Also, learn your opponent's cycle. It's more of an advanced technique, but if you could do the card counting, every drop, it takes 4 for that card to get back in. So however they defend against certain cards, especially your win condition, just try to keep track of it if you can. This is the super nasty push. I knew there wasn't a whole lot my opponent can do. Basically, Fireball is actually it, and he has these defensive troops. Of course, he cannot defend with a balloon. I knew I was going to get significant damage. Pretty big mistake by my opponent, but I did want to point this out based on where he dropped the Fireball, which actually pushed my balloon more toward the arena tower. Of course, you don't want to do that. You want to actually knock it back. It would have got at least 1 less hit, so thank you to my opponent. And this is just basically how the battle ended. I mean, this is just a nasty push. Once I knew I had 2 Phoenixes on the map and that my opponent would have to tend to them, not only them, the eggs that they obviously spawn after death, but I knew I had the balloon ready to go and a Prince that was basically going to take the tower anyways. It was a GG's. All right, on to the next battle. This was a fun one, but if you want to learn how not to play, do not play like my opponent did. The Valkyrie hasn't even crossed yet. First off, he goes Furnace, Valkyrie, Goblin, Barrel, okay? The Valkyrie hasn't even crossed yet to tank for the Goblin Barrel. My opponent just dropped everything when the battle first started, used all of his elixir, and crossed his fingers. That is not how you want to play. And I do have a mini counter push, but I don't want to support this. But what I am doing is learning my opponent. Adapt. It is very key. If they are aggressive, then you know you can take advantage of that as the battle goes on. And based on how aggressive my opponent was, I knew 100% I could go ahead and drop the Prince to kind of help take out this Furnace and not get any Fire Spirit damage. And he uses 5 Elixir on the Phoenix. So I knew already I was going to be able to apply a lot of pressure on this side and make my opponent use more elixir. What I was going to also do is wait for Mega Knight, very likely on his Rascals, especially if he decided to push it. But again, adapt to your opponent. He was super aggressive, and I knew 100% I was going to win this battle. Another tip to adaptability to your opponent is going to be anticipating their next move. I knew I was going to Mega Knight the Rascals. He had a bomber here, so my assumption was either Valkyrie at the river or a Goblin Barrel. So I knew I had Zap on that, and nothing was going to cross and tank. So I knew I'd be able to take that out. I mean, of course, my opponent was going to get a little bit of damage, and I have a Mega Knight counter push, which later on in battle, he has to drop a Valkyrie over here to help defend. And that tells me one thing. I have a Mega Knight on tower, I'm getting damage, and he is out of elixir. And the final advice for this video is my opponent cloned the Rascals and the Fire Spirits. I mean, he pretty much got the tower later, I think on the next push or something like that based on this push. But I'm telling you guys, please do not play this way. Even if you win one battle, you're going to lose a lot more and you're not going to consistently climb. There is no viable win condition. I mean, he had the bait aspect here and in the barrel, but all he did was cross his fingers. You don't want to play that way. I'm telling you, it's not going to help you get better at the game either. So please do not do it. Trust me. And there you have it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video that's going to wrap up this detailed breakdown. Again, drop a like, comment, share, etc. Feel free to check out that playlist I pointed out at the beginning of this video. Guys, thank you again for all the continued support. Until the next video, take care and peace out.